Hi, Bruce. How did you become interested in GameStop last summer? How did that happen? I had just created my channel, Stock Markets with Bruce, and I was looking for a theme and direction, what I would do with this channel. And I thought, I'm going to make a channel about the stock market and just explain it to people in plain English, because there are so many other YouTubers out there. The YouTubers that I was looking at, the others, were so technical and so detail oriented and dry and boring. And I thought, God, I mean, I'm an ex-market guy, and I can't stand to watch this stuff. Like, I understand what they're saying, but geez, guys, just not, no thanks. And I thought, Bruce, you cannot do a channel like that. You cannot have technical analysis stuff and graphs and resistance levels. And there's enough of these guys. There's enough. And I thought, why don't you, as an old man, 65 years old, why don't you just talk about your experience in the market? You've been around, and put it into plain English. Tell some old stories about what it was like back in the day, and there might be a bunch of 50 to 60-year-olds that'll watch you. That's what I was thinking. 50, 60, 70-year-olds will watch you. I remember the old days. I remember the 80s when I was young. So I thought that would be it. Anyway, I came across one day the story about GameStop. I saw this headline, the most shorted stocks on the New York Stock Exchange, or something like that. The most shorted S&P 500 companies, or whatever the headline was. I can't remember it. I clicked on it. I read the story, and then I noticed the chart showing the top 10 or top 20 most shorted shares. And here's GameStop right at the top. And I'm going, wow, look at this. 70 million shares short, 140% of the float. And I'm going, what? I've never heard of anything like that before. And so I started digging into GameStop. I looked at the chart. I went, oh my God, look at this god-awful chart for GameStop. I mean, let me show you. Let me show you, if I have it here, the GameStop chart. Here you go. How about this one? Would you buy a stock? Would you buy this stock? I mean, look at that. 2015, 30 to 45 a share. And then from 15 to 20, all the way down to 414, and it's been lower than that. And I'm looking at that going, oh my gosh, what a basket case this company is. I thought, my goodness, why would anyone want to buy this stock? I mean, are you kidding me? And so then I looked at the short interest here, the percentage of the float. So from 2004 until 10, it was up to 40%, down to nothing. And then from 2010, it went back up again to 2012 into the 40% range, then back down under 20, back up to 40 by 2016, and then back to 20% 2017. And then from like 18 and 19, look at that, 2018, 19, and 20, the percentage of all shares shorted of the float, oh my God, 140%. And I looked at that and went, geez, there's people who hate these guys. I mean, there are investors that do not like GameStop at all. And even though the stock came all the way down here to 414, there's still all these short positions all the way up here in 2020. I mean, I'm thinking, how greedy are these guys? I mean, it was $35 a share and went down to $4, and there's still 70 million shares short on GameStop. This is June of last summer, June, July. So I made a video. And I just explained to investors in plain English, this is something you might want to take a look at. It's 440, 480 a share, and there's a whole big short position. Someday there could be a short squeeze. You never know. I mean, something could create it. Maybe the company has a turnaround plan. I don't know. This is last summer. We're in COVID. We're in COVID. And I'm thinking, oh, no wonder these shares are down here. These guys, they can't open their stores. They're in trouble, these guys. Little did I know that shortly after I did the video, this guy would show up. This gentleman right here from Chewy, sitting on $3.5 billion cash. He's the single largest shareholder of Apple stock. By the way, he's doing okay with his Apple stock. And he bought up 9 million shares of GameStop. And he put in $76 million of his own money to become the single largest shareholder of GameStop. How about that? Smart move, I think. Bagel. Here's a smart move right here. We got a bagel right now with grape jelly on it. You gotta love this.
Segue.
Nice segue, right? Yeah, it's nice to be nice to the night. Thank you. Anyway, I'm looking at that. I'm looking at Ryan Cohen making his moves, and so I brought out more videos. I did more GameStop videos.
I remember you talking about it. That we would talk about it, thinking, this just isn't true.
It can't be happening.
You can't short more shares than exist. Like
how can that be?
How can that be?
It makes no sense. I mean, we're old school, but I mean, come on.
How can that
can't be? And then we hear in December, we begin to hear the talk of the transformation of the company, the transformation of going e-commerce, and then we hear about Wall Street bets for the first time in January. The Reddit crowd, all this, and I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about Reddit. I don't know how it works. Don't know anything about Wall Street bets. Never heard of it because I wasn't really into the market in a big, deep way. But the channel, I was making a video here. I did a Tesla video and another Tesla video and another GameStop video and how the markets work and how this works and how the plain English stuff, markets 101. And then this happened. The lineups outside GameStop stores because the new systems came out, and how they couldn't keep
the pandemic gave them a push that they were already going to go e-retail.
Yeah.
And this just showed them they were right.
They were right, and the new consoles were coming out. The new PlayStations were coming out, so I started talking about those in videos. And I just kept talking about GameStop. Just kept talking about it. And nothing happened with my channel. I mean, I had 200 subscribers. I had 400 subscribers. I got to 600. So whoop-de-freaking-do. You need 1,000 subscribers to be paid by YouTube. And I couldn't get 1,000 subscribers. It was until December. It took me 5-6 months before I hit 1,000 subs. I had Traveling with Bruce, the other channel, at 67,000 subscribers. And none of them were becoming subscribers of the stock market channel because they weren't interested. And those are those viewers are in their 60s and 50s, and I thought they would come over. They weren't coming over. And so I realized that, I'll probably have a whole new crowd watching me on the stock market channel. And lo and behold, the short squeeze thing began. And by the time Ryan Cohen finished buying his stock, it was $16 a share. It began. And my views started to come up, and my subscriber counts got to 1,200, 1,300, 1,400. And on January the 25th, I went live for the very first time, talking to you guys as the market was trading about GameStop. That's where it began. And within a week, within 5 days, from Monday to that Friday, I added about 10,000 subscribers. I went to like 11, 12,000 subscribers. Blew my mind. Had a ton of views. I mean, the views were huge. The money was coming in. Like, I couldn't believe the amount of money coming into the channel because of the ads and your donations. And I'm just going, what? And then the next week, it went even more parabolic because the stock went to 60, 80, 100. And you guys were following it like I was following it. It went to 150 to 200. And the next week, 300, 350. I mean, the channel went to 50,000 subscribers and leveled off for a while. Stock came back. I thought, that's it. We're at 50,000 subs. It's all over. And now I'll try to hang on to as many of the 50,000 as I can get. And then the stock went up again and went from 38.50 to 170 to 200 to 346. 105,000 subscribers, another 50,000 subs. Oh my God. And I created the channel membership program because of all the hate and all the trolls and all the nonsense that we were battling with all the time. And I just want to talk about the market. So here we are. We now have a whole bunch of you as members. We got a nice PG rated chat room, which is great. I started doing one-on-one consultations because people were asking me, can I just talk to you about the market? Can you help me? And so I started offering one-on-one consultations. Been doing that since February. And I've been busy 7 days a week. I have not stopped at all. Unbelievable. And the best part about the whole thing that I'm doing here is that even though I do a live show in the morning for 3 hours, you demand and expect me to eat my breakfast on the air. So I don't have to starve myself for 3 full hours before I can eat something. And so I really appreciate that you can help me do this. Let me make a living doing this. Unfortunately, my travel channel has gone very quiet because I just have no time to post over there right now. And my Jen said, "Hey, check this out." She had me at a bagel. And so here we are. We're now running along here, and we're just, what can I say? I went from 10,000 to 50,000 subs like hot knife through butter. Exactly. We were able to create emojis. I hired an editor to help me with logos and editing, and I'm still scrambling to keep up with the channel's demands. And it's just been one thing after another. But what can I tell you? It's been a wild ride. 6 months ago, I had no idea. None. Never had an idea. Never would have had a thought that this activity would ever be here. And I don't know if the shares go from 170 right now, 172, to $500 a share to $700 a share. Will this channel go to 250,000 subs? Will I add 3,000 new members? Will I have 8 people every Saturday and Sunday want to spend an hour with me at $400 an hour? I mean, I don't know how much I can handle. I know I can't handle that. I couldn't handle it. I might have to even stop the consultations just to get a break. There's only so much I can do. I don't know. I mean, it's exciting. I want you to become absolutely loaded rich. That's what I want for you guys, because your generosity to me is incredible, and I'm just so grateful for that. So yeah, I want your GameStop to go. I want your SPACs to go, because I expect this channel to grow dramatically as your SPACs take off. Because there's a lot of people out there who are sitting back with their arms folded going, well, let's see how good this guy is. Let's see if he's any good at picking stocks for us. I'll buy some of his SPACs, but he's got to prove himself. And so I'm just waiting for the SPACs to go through their motions, and let's go from there. I'm excited, and I'm grateful, and I'm blown away, and my relatives can't believe it, and my friends of mine, they can't believe it. What can I say? And so I love doing this.